Hi guys, welcome back to Race 07 and for round 3 of the 1992 British Touring Car Championship here at good old sunny Mallory Park. Let me just double check the actual session and weather forecast. Yep, the forecast is dry and the track conditions are currently dry. Track temperature is 27 degrees, ambient temperature 39 degrees. Somehow I don't think so, it never gets that hot in the UK, except for one occasion when we did actually reach, I think it was 38.9 degrees back in 2003, which is 101 Fahrenheit. I think it was the first time the UK had ever been over 100 Fahrenheit, so... But yeah, apparently it's going to be 39 degrees over the race weekend. That's going to be enjoyable. That's going to, at least we don't have to warm the tyres up as much. So yes, we're in qualifying, but before I get on to anything, I have a lot of questions to go through. I went through... a little Q&A, I guess, on one of my other videos, and you guys have given me a load of questions, so I will quickly answer these while qualifying is going on. So first off, we have Viper Racing. He has two questions. He says, have you been go-karting before? Yes, I have, but the last time I went was in 2007, when I won a 2-hour endurance race at Clay Pigeon Raceway in the south of England. I qualified last because it was raining, and of course they didn't have rain tyres, they had slicks, but I ended up winning by 2 laps, and I got the fastest lap time and the fastest race speed in the race, which is really cool. And second question from Viper is favourite rally car / livery of the 90s. That will be the 1993 Ford Escort, when it had the blue and yellow pilot colours. I don't know why, but I've always been a fan of like the odd colorations, like the Renault Laguna, the blue and yellow, and the Ford Mondeo blue and yellow, and I don't know, it's just blue and yellow seem to go really well together. Okie doke. Now, next question is by Scott Barnes. He asks, what's your favourite series you've ever done uploaded? I think, to be honest, is this one. This one and Tokka 1, because Tokka 1 has a very... has a big place in my heart from years and years and years ago, but this one is definitely one of my favourites as well. I don't know, it's nice to actually do something sometimes original. I don't know. Okay then, we have Jackpot Button Lewis asked, what was your first favourite game you owned? Racing game if possible. That would have been... My first favourite one would have been... is a mixture, a clash between Tokka 1 and Rallycross. Rallycross is a very, very good game. I do still have it, so I do plan to do videos of that in the future as well. But yeah, it's a mashup between those two, I think. Next question from him. What was your first game console you had? That would have been... Oh, I had a lot. An Amstrad CPC from the good old 1980s. We had many consoles, but I used to play the Amstrad a lot. I used to play Chucky Egg 2, the Chocolate Factory. And I just realised I've left the window open, so let me just quickly shut that. 2 seconds. Ah, much better. I just realised there was a load of people shouting in the background. It was a bit louder than I thought. Nice warm day today, so I had the windows open. But yes, what was the first game console you had? I used to play the Amstrad CPC and the Spectrum ZX. But we had loads of consoles. I mean, my whole family are a bunch of gamers. My mum especially, she used to game a lot. She had like the VIC-20, the Commodore 64. I had the Amstrad. She then got herself a Spectrum. My brother had an Amiga. And an Atari Jaguar, NES, SNES, Master System, Mega Drive. We've had pretty much every single console going, except for a Nintendo 64. We never bought an N64, which is a shame, because I do like the N64. Okay then, and the final question from Jackpot Button Lewis is, do you have a favourite game series, example Sony F1 game series? My favourite game series has got to be... I would say the Tokka series, but that sort of whittled out after a while, and they sort of branched down a different path. So I'd say favourite series, I don't really know. I would say Gran Turismo, but again, I haven't played some of the newer ones. I only got to Gran Turismo 4, and then I haven't played any of the other ones. So I would say I would just keep it simple and just say the Tokka series and the Gran Turismo series, pretty much. So, yeah. There you go. So thank you for those questions. A question from We Are the Dead. Very good name. Do you have a top 3 of PS1 racing games? Personally, my top 3 would consist of... Tokka, 1, obviously. I would then say Wipeout 2097. Very, very fun game. And next one would be Destruction Derby 2. Very, very fun games. Okay, and last but not least, we have Josh, aka the Moaning Yorkshireman. He has given me a plethora of questions. 10 of them, to be exact. So let's get through this. What videos or series have you enjoyed the most doing? I already answered that one. That was Scott Barnes. He had basically the same question, so I would say, yeah, the Race 07 series and the Tokka series I've enjoyed doing a lot. Question number 2. Are there any videos you just think were terrible and you want to delete? Yes, a hell of a lot, and I've already deleted them for my own reasons. Okay, question number 3. How many Smarties are in my hand right now? Well, I would say 27. Don't know why. 27. A lot. Question number 4. Twix, Fudge, or Curly Wurly? That is a tricky one. I'm not a big fan of Twixes, but I do love Fudge and Curly Wurly. I would say Fudge. I really love Fudge, but it makes my teeth hurt after a while, so that's a tough one. Can I go for both Fudge and Curly Wurly? No, I'll go with Curly Wurly because they're extremely nice, even though they don't taste the same as they used to, and they're really bloody small now. I mean, Christ, when I used to have those as a kid, they used to be as tall as me. Now they're really small. Okay, question number 5. How bad do you believe Lance Stroll is? Okay, does he deserve to be in F1? No, I don't think he does. He doesn't deserve to be in F1. He bought his way in. He didn't show any promise. He didn't show any skill whatsoever. And no, he's just a little rich boy who thinks he can make it with the big boys. And yeah, he shouldn't be in Formula 1 at all. There needs to be major changes to stop this kind of farce happening in Formula 1. Okay, number 6. Your favorite racing car of all time from any category era? That will have to be favorite racing car. I'm going to go for the oh shit, what is it? Favorite racing. It's got to be the Mercedes CLK, the 90s Le Mans car. The one that decided to fly on the Mulsanne Straight. That is very cool. And the Porsche as well. Or Porsche, sorry. I say Porsche. I pronounce it as Porsche. A lot of people pronounce it as Porsche. I'm going to stick with Porsche. But yeah, the Le Mans cars, the Mercedes, and the Toyota GT1, that was also very, very nice. Or the Mazda 787B or whatever it was called. That was cool. So yeah, it's got to be a mix between those, I think. Okay, next question. Question number 7. Can you think of a famous person you'd love to punch in the face? Ooh, a lot. I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but every time I see a Chihuahua, I want to punch Paris Hilton. I don't really... Yeah, no, I don't really know, to be honest. I'll just stick with Paris Hilton. Question 8. What made you start YouTube in the first place? Crikey. Going back to 2012, I used to watch... well, I still do watch. I still subscribe to him, but I used to watch Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox do the Terraria series. And, of course, I had Terraria, so I thought, oh, it would be fantastic. So me and someone else decided to play Terraria together. We recorded about 60 episodes or 50 episodes. And, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm getting really into this. I'll start doing other things. But, of course, my passion being racing, I thought, oh, I'll just do racing games. Mostly racing games. I do want to branch out and do other games like Final Fantasies, RPGs, stuff like that, just to do other things other than racing at some point. But yeah, I think that was what got me really interested in it, to be honest. And what else? Question number 9. Whose other videos on YouTube do you enjoy watching? You can name more than one. Of course, it's got to be Nismo TV, GT, whatever, 24H series, all the racing ones that I watch. Of course, I enjoy watching you guys' channels as well, like JD Gaming, F1 Games PlayStation, Moaning Yorkshire, Jam Sankey. I do watch you guys. I may not comment as often because I'm a bit of an antisocial prick, but I do watch every single video you guys upload and stuff. So, but yeah, mostly I watch racing series that show like the full race length, like 3 odd hours, or endurance racing and stuff like that. I just sit down and watch all them all the way through. So yeah, they keep me occupied for a couple hours. And the final question from the Moaning Yorkshireman: if there's one thing you wish you could do / see, regardless of costs, what would it be? I wish I could actually be in motorsport. I've always had a dream of getting into motorsport as a driver. Unfortunately, that never came to fruition because of issues in the past. I did have a chance back in 2004 to race in the Mini Rod series, but unfortunately circumstances stopped me from doing so. So yeah, anything motorsport related I would love to be a part of, but that is never going to happen, especially now at my age. And one thing I wish to see, I would love to go to the United States, and see a tornado. Go on one of these tornado tours, go through Tornado Alley, through the Panhandle and all that lot. I would love to see that, because we don't get bugger all like that in the UK. So yeah, there you go, that is all the questions. Hey, that was actually pretty awesome. I should do this more often. But yeah, thanks guys. I mean, Vibe Racing, Scott Barnes, Josh, the Moaning Yorkshireman, Jackpot Button Lewis, and We Are the Dead. Thank you very, very much for your questions. And with that, we will continue getting qualifying out the way, and we'll now jump down to the grid for round 3 of the 1992 British Touring Car Championship. Okay then, so it's a BMW Fun Fest on the first 2 rows. Steve Soper taking pole with Ray Bellum in 2nd, Tim Harvey and Tim Sugden 3rd and 4th, Ian Flux and John Cleland 5th and 6th with Will Hoy and Carl Jones 7th and 8th, Keith O'Dore and Alan Menu 9th and 10th with Jeff Allen, Andy Rouse 11th and 12th, 13th and 14th is David Leslie and Bobby Verdon Rowe, 15th and 16th is Andy Middlehurst and Lawrence Bristow, and bringing up the back of the grid is myself. And here we go, we're just quickly going through the grid once more. It's a Listerine BMW 123. And yeah, hopefully this is going to be a fun, close race. It's a short circuit, but it is a very fun circuit nonetheless. And if you're wondering, at the beginning of every race, I wiggle my steering wheel back and forth and then change gear a couple of times. That syncs up the gameplay footage to the replay, because I always put the replay in the bottom corner. So I sync up both the race and the replay by just little movements that I do, either changing down or up gear, wiggling the steering wheel a little bit. So, wiggle the steering wheel, change it up and down gear, change it up again. Here we go, in first. And off we go, round 3 underway. 20 minutes. And we're going to be, everyone's bottlenecking, everyone's braking. Can I get around you? Got to be very, very careful on these long, sweeping corners. Not to overdo it a little bit. You got David Leslie coming on the outside. I think that's Jeff Allen in front. You can take these flat out. Oh, someone's locking it. Almost, that was one of the Vauxhalls in front getting a bit squirrely and sideways. Now this is the corner, I think this is coming up to Devil's Elbow, which I thought was the corner name at Mount Panorama, but it ain't. This corner here, this sweeping left-hander, is the Devil's Elbow. And that is lap 1. 1 lap complete of Mallory Park, and we're in 11th place after starting 17th. Oh, no. Don't want to go too wide. Don't want to go on the grass. That's one thing I do not want to do. Luckily, no one's got past us yet. Not too bad. Again, we want to be 8th or higher because that is the point. And we ain't going to do it by that, are we? No. Very, very tentative. Of course, nowadays, they have a few chicanes in here to slow the cars down a little bit. This is using the older layout of the circuit, and one of the Nissans goes a bit wide on the grass. He does collect it, though. Nice, they don't seem to be pulling away that quickly, so that's alright. And again, if I go quiet, I'm just concentrating to try and not go off the circuit. So I do want to make up some positions at least and actually get a points finishing position. Okay, we've got a good run on this corner. Can we actually out-brake him and scoop up the inside? I think we should be able to. Keep it in 2nd gear so we don't wheel spin so much. And a nice exit out of the corner. I don't know who that is in front. We will see when we just go over across the start-finish line. It is a la Menu. Oh, God. Hello, Menu. Remember me. And everyone is keeping it very, very clean, which is good. There hasn't been any accidents or incidents as yet. No yellow flags, no spins. I do love the realistic sounds that they have on there, the squeaky brakes, the sound of the gearbox screeching as you go into the higher gears. That little clicking as well, I never knew what that was supposed to be. I think it's to simulate like bits of rubber being kicked up by the car ahead, hitting your car, which I reckon is really cool. I do really love this game. Not a lot of people use it these days though. They either go to GTR2 or they've gone to R Factor, and subconsciously we've made it up into 8th position, I think, or 9th. We shall see. Everyone is still in quite a tight bunch though, which is good, and we're in 9th. And we've got Will Hoy up ahead. Yes, I downshift there just to make sure that the car does slow down enough but I can keep enough speed. Going into the corner, can we make up another position? Oh, inside of John Cleland, I think that is, isn't it? Yeah, it's John Cleland. Sorry, Cleland, didn't mean to bash you there, mate. Good, so we've now made it up into 8th position. Hopefully we can get 7th. In the slipstream of John Cleland's Vauxhall. Can we go up on the inside? Through this is very, very tentative going through here. Especially on this part, the corner does sharpen a little bit. Oh, wonderful done. Wonderful done? Wonderfully done, even. Can't even speak. Okay, good. That was some of the harder parts out the way. They're locking their brakes, which is good for me because their tyres are going to wear out a lot quicker than mine. And we're doing exceptionally well on this circuit. I do enjoy Mallory Park, one of my favourites. That's why I picked it as a replacement for Alton Park. I should have picked, oh, I can't remember the name of it now, but it was another one. The one that they had in Ireland in 2003. I can't remember the name of it though. We are carrying 3 kilograms of ballast as well. We have 6 points so far because of our points finishing position last time. Some of these other guys up ahead, they do carry ballast as well. They're carrying a lot more than we are. So I think this is why it's a lot closer up front than it has been in the first couple of races. And we're able to actually keep up with them this time. Right, the first two are pulling away though. You got Bellum and Soper. Bellum's actually taken the lead from Soper at this point. But we're keeping up with, what's that, Tim Harvey. Winner of race number 1, no! Oh, that wasn't good. I don't think we've actually done any damage to our steering or anything like that. We've just had a bit of an off, but that's okay. A bit of cosmetic damage. My fault for being impatient, trying to get past Harvey. I didn't expect him to brake as hard as he did, so we've got a bit of catching up to do now. But that's alright, we've done it before, we can do it again. That was pretty stupid on my part, being a bit impatient. And we're right back down into 9th place again. Jolly good. Oh no, we're in 10th. Even better. Get past you again, Sunny Jim. Okay, how far are we behind the leader? Nine seconds behind. Oh. I think we're just about halfway through this race now. We're on coming up to lap 10. And there's Alan Menu again, we've got to get past. Wonderful. Now we were 9 seconds behind on the previous lap. How far are we behind now? We're 8 seconds, so we made up 1 second. I think we should be okay. I think we should get back to where we were previously. Oops. Bit of a suspension issue, that's not too bad. It was only a slight tap, so it shouldn't cause me any problems. Oh, don't you start jerking around all over the place, you moron. And again, sorry. Well, sorry, not intended, absolutely not. I was trying to get past the BMW and I didn't realise that he was going to brake as hard as he did in front, so Whoopsie! Hopefully that hasn't caused a retirement. That would be horrible if my impatience has actually caused someone to retire from this race. Again, not intended, to say the least, but we're up into 7th now, thanks to my discretions. No, the accident has been cleared, there's no yellow flags, so I'm assuming that he's got back on the racetrack and is continuing on. Tyres are going off a little bit, starting to understeer going around these corners now. Okay, so we're back up to 6th. We might be able to get a podium. That was better. Didn't mean to go too wide previously. We're 7 seconds behind the leaders, so... Okay, we're back up with Tim Harvey again. A nice clean pass as well for 5th place. And that was lucky. I did actually go on the grass a bit then, so I almost lost it coming out. Or heading into turn number 1. Right, let's get up past Tim Harvey this time. Or kill Tuber. Ah, sorry. It's Gonna kill two birds with one stone there, but it didn't quite work. Do it in turn one. Keep it together, don't go too wide. I think he's still by the side of us, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, we should have a good run though coming up through this tight hairpin. We should be able to, if I don't lock the brakes, take third place. We are on the podium. Finally. And that's the leaders just up ahead. We're 5 seconds behind. I'm not sure we're going to make up that time before the end of the race. Bloody try though. And we got a yellow flag in Sector 2. And still 5 seconds behind the leaders. .7 seconds, one of the Toyota Coronas is in the pits. We are definitely coming up to the closing stages of this race now, I think. I think another handful of laps to go. Oh, don't go too wide. Oh, we're so close to the leaders. Starting lap 24. So close. I think this might be the last lap. And it is. Yep, third place.
Race is finished. You're in the points.
So here we go then. Here's the results for the race. The top 8 points finishing position. Steve Soper gets a max 24 points. Ray Bellum with 18. Myself, I get 12 points. Court, so that boosts us up to 18 points in total. Tim Sugden gets 10. Tim Harvey 8. Carl Jones is in 6th with 6 points. Alan Menu gets 4, and Ian Flux finally gets some points on the mark. And let's see where we all finished. 2 cars finished off the lead lap, which was Will Hoyt and Keith O'Dore. And yeah, no retirements again, so it's pretty good. Everyone is being consistent. and the attrition rate is pretty low at the moment. And there we go, I get a nice little trophy for my hard work. Lovely. Okay, well that was round 3. Where are we next time? Let's have a look. Next race on the calendar is... oh, well these are just the maximum points, I guess. For the details, yeah it is. Here's the point standings so far. Steve Soper's got 40, Tim Harvey 32, with Tim Sugden on 28. John Cleland has 26 still, Jeff Allen 22. David Leslie and myself and Ray Bellum are tied on 18. 16 for Will Hoy and Andy Rouse. Alan Menu gets 8. Of course, Carl Jones on 6. Keith O'Dore 2. And Ian Flux 2. Cars that still haven't got any points on the mark yet, or drivers, is Bobby Verden-Rowe, Andy Middlehurst, and Lawrence Bristow. And there's the Constructors' Championship. So far, BMW are flying away with this at the moment. 134 points to 66. I am down with 18 points, but not as bad as Nissan, who only have 2. And next time then, we're at Snetterton. Definitely one of my favourite tracks. So yeah, that is going to be on the 28th, I believe, of May. So yeah, I'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching. Again, this has been round 3 of the championship at Mallory Park. And we'll be back for round 4 at Snetterton on the latter part of May. So I'll see you next time. Take care, and thank you very much for watching.